Well, guys, it is match day. Welcome to match day. Welcome to Glasgow Rangers Nation. I am your host, Owen, the channel that brings you your team every single day. Guys, we had a podcast last night. If you want to check that out, great to chat with the guys in the live chat over the next Rangers manager and also looking ahead to today's game against St Mirren and in Paisley in what is going to be a tough battle for Rangers, I think, today, Sunday. Just a quick reminder as well that here on this channel, we stand with the people of Israel. God bless Israel, and we pray for Israel and its defense force as they defend themselves against this hideous terrorist attack. Well, obviously, today has left us with a situation where we are going to be playing catch up tomorrow. The league table currently looks like this. Rangers still in third place. Celtic, obviously, unfortunately, are top. Played 8, won 7, drawn 1, 22 points. St Mirren, our opponents tomorrow. 7 games, 4 wins, 3 draws, 15 points. Rangers, 7 games played, 4 wins, 3 defeats. Rather disgusting. 12 points, 3 points behind St Mirren, 10 points behind that lot from across the city. So it really does show. Today is a game we cannot afford to drop any points in. We cannot afford to be coming out of this weekend 10 points behind them or even 9 points behind them, and certainly cannot afford to be still behind St Mirren either at the end of this game. Hearts sit 4th, Motherwell 5th, Livingston 6th, Hibs 7th, Aberdeen 8th, Kilmarnock 9th, Dundee 10th, Ross County 11th, and a rather woeful St Johnstone team still without a victory sit 12th. So it is a game today that we must win. Now, a lot of talk has gone on during this week about what we need to do to win this game after what was a absolutely dire, gutless, spineless, heartless and woeful performance against Aris Limassol in midweek. I defy any Rangers fans to take anything positive out of that game other than perhaps Jack Butland and Abdallah Sima. Rangers will go into this game with Stephen Davis still in temporary charge of the team, assisted by Alex Ray. Hopefully the pair of them, or hopefully Alex Ray certainly has been knocking some heads together. Although, look, I don't want to talk bad about Stephen Davis. He's Rangers royalty. He's a Hall of Famer. He's just a great guy. But the comments that he made post-match against Aris were just absolutely ridiculous. To say that that dressing room is hurting doesn't look like it to me. Say the players are frustrated doesn't look like it to me. To say that the players gave everything and they gave a great energy doesn't look like it to me. I don't think it looks like that to any Rangers fan. I genuinely think it looks like most of these players couldn't give a fuck. They genuinely could not be bothered. They genuinely do not care. They're still getting paid massive salaries. They don't give a monkeys whether they win, lose, or draw, as long as they get paid. The issue, I think, around a lot of this team is the fact that they are perceivably untouchable, undroppable. James Tavernier, Connor Goldson, Borna Barisic, John Lundstrum, they do think, I think, that they are completely undroppable. And that is one of the things I think that is really holding us back. Do I expect Stephen Davis to drop them? No, not a minute of it. I think that he's too close to them. I think that he's their mate. I think, when we see the team that is revealed later today, we'll see a team that contains James Tavernier still, that still contains Connor Goldson, that still contains John Lundstrum. Why? Because I don't think he's got the bottle to do it. It is a matter for the new manager, whoever that new manager may be. There's a lot of names, like we said on the podcast last night, they've been bandied around. Knudsen, Clement, Muscat, Glasner, even to some extent, which I don't think is on the list, is this man who a lot of Rangers fans are dead set against, which is Derek McInnes, who personally I think would do a decent job at the club. Needs to come in and needs to start knocking heads together. Needs to, tear out this old guard and start again. I think, in terms, especially at the back, how many managers has James Tavernier, Connor Goldson, Borna Barisic got the sack? How many managers have been thrown under the bus by these players? You can probably go back across and see quite a few of them. Certainly the last 2, I think, have been firmly thrown under the bus by these players who've let them down, and these serial losers that we have at the club that are an utter disgrace to our shirt. Personally, I would love to see us take a bit of a risk tomorrow. I'd love to I'd love to see us go out there and give youth a chance. I'd love to see McCausland get a game, Sterling get a game, King get a game. I'd love to see Bailey Rice get a game. I'd love to see Zach Lovelace get a game. Do I think it'll happen? No, not a bit of it. As I said, I would look at, if I was picking the team tomorrow, and some of you might think, well, thank God you're not. But Jack Butland obviously picks himself in goal. He's outstanding. I would make him the captain tomorrow. Back 4, I would put Dujon Sterling at right back, John Suter at central defence with Leon King, and on the left, Ridvan Yilmaz. I'd put a midfield 2 then. of Vaskin, and I would put in there Bailey Rice, Asima, Roof, and for me, McCausland behind a main striker of Zach Lovelace. People say that these youth players are not ready, but look, we're not going to know unless we actually try them. And is Bailey Rice going to be any worse than John Lundstrum? Is Zach Lovelace going to be any worse than one of the worst players I've ever seen in a Rangers shirt, Searle? I very much doubt it. At least they'll put effort in. At least they'll put heart in. McCausland did more in the 11 minutes he was on against Aris than most that team did in the entire time they were on, particularly Sam Lammers and Searle. It absolutely beggars belief for me that we pay somewhere in the region of £7.5–8 million for those two absolute clowns who, for me, are just absolutely awful footballers. They are just genuinely, poor guys. And I would love, what I'd love to do, I'd love to sit down and I'd love to say to Michael Beale, what is it you saw in these two? Because I'll be honest with you, nobody else, and I'm not talking about fans here, I'm talking about analysts, I'm talking about coaches, I'm talking about people who've played the game, can actually see nothing redeeming in these two ever. And I just don't understand what you saw in them. Is it that you're that bad a judge of a player? Is it that case? Is today going to be an easy job? No, it isn't. I think it's going to be a scrap. I think it's going to be a battle. I think it's going to be a fight. Will it be a flowing, attacking performance? Of course it won't. It's going to be another scrap. It's going to be another battle. It's going to be another dirty performance by Rangers. Of course it is. St Mirren are going to be bang up for this game. They're going to want to come here. They're going to want to win the game. They're going to want to go 6 points ahead of Rangers. They're on they're on great form at the moment. They're yet to lose this season. They're a good team. They're playing some good stuff, and they're going to be hard to beat. Rangers need to go out there. They need to get in their faces. They need to be as aggressive as them, and they need to fight as hard as them. Do I think these players have got that heart in them? I don't think they have. And my worry is that if we pick the same old tired old faces, that it'll become a real struggle and a real battle. Can I back against them? No, of course I can't. They're my team. I'm Rangers till I die. I'm not going to give up on them. 2-1 Rangers today. I think somehow we'll find a way to scrap it out and get a win. Will it be pretty? No, it won't. Will it be a win? Yes, it will. What will the performance be like? Pretty poor, but we'll still get the points. I think we'll just have just enough class somehow to actually get past them. But it's awful to be talking like this. I hate talking like this. I hate thinking like this. It's, you should be looking forward to watching your team play. And instead, I look on most games and think, oh, God, here we go again. Let's just get through it and get the points and try and get the victory. And if we can get a couple of goals, good on us. But it's awful. It's awful to feel like this. Whoever comes in has got a hell of a job on their hands, a real massive job on their hands. Well, let me know in the comments down below what you think. We will be back, obviously, with the live stream before the kickoff. And we'll also have a post-match pod today as well. Thanks for watching Glasgow Rangers Nation. As always, please hit the sub if you think we've earned it. We're on 3,400 subs now at time of recording. Thank you for your phenomenal support. And on the way out, there's two things I always need you to do. Number one, smash the like. And number two, remember, we are the people.